Sky Sports journalist shares Ivan Toney transfer update amid reports Tottenham want to sign him. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. The transfer market is really heating up. But before we get into it, have you subscribed yet? Click that button and join the Tottenham family for all the latest updates. England and Brentford striker Ivan Toney has long been a target for top clubs, and things could be set to reach a crescendo this summer. Of course, away from England, his Brentford future remains uncertain, and with a host of clubs like Tottenham and Arsenal keen on him, as well as Chelsea, Toney might well have a decision to make soon. And giving an update on the situation with Toney, Sky Sports journalist Dharmesh Sheth has shed some light on what could happen. Speaking on Sky Sports about the situation with Toney, Sheth has admitted that right now there's little sign of a new contract, meaning a summer transfer could well be on the cards. It's an interesting situation with Ivan Toney. As it stands, he is clearly not going to sign a new contract at Brentford, Sheth said. It is thought Brentford wants £60 million for him. He has now entered the final year of his contract, which could impact on his price the later in the window it gets. While Brentford will want to cash in this summer, all outcomes remain possible. Toney is, of course, at Euro 2024 with England, and his future is likely to become clearer once the tournament is over. Toney was previously a #1 target for Arsenal, but their interest appears to have cooled in recent months. For Tottenham, however, there remains a void up front after Harry Kane's departure, and with continued speculation over Richarlison, Toney could fill the gap. Toney will get some extra time off after the Euros before returning to Brentford. Thomas Frank does not want to lose his star striker, but with no new contract in sight, anything around the £50 million mark might be enough to do business. How much Tottenham would have to pay to sign Federico Chiesa? According to Fabrizio Romano, Juventus are now ready to let rumoured Tottenham target Federico Chiesa leave for a cut-price fee this summer. Tottenham have been linked with Federico Chiesa. Chiesa has not been the hit he was expected to be at Juventus when he made the switch from Fiorentina to Turin 4 years ago. The winger was not a regular in the Bianconeri's starting 11 last season, finishing the 2023-24 campaign with just 3 goals across all competitions. An exit from the Allianz Stadium seems inevitable for the Italy international, who is now into the final 12 months of his contract, and a move to the Premier League has been mooted as a possibility for the experienced attacker. In fact, last month Gazzetta dello Sport named Spurs, Manchester United and Bayern Munich as the 3 leading contenders for Chiesa, stating that the player could be on the move after the Euros. Chiesa would only cost £21 million this summer. Romano has now confirmed that the winger does not have a future at Juventus under Thiago Motta, and asserted that the old lady would be prepared to sell him for £21 million with add-ons. At that price, one would expect many clubs across Europe to vie for Chiesa's signature. While the 26-year-old might be a decent squad player for Tottenham, I do not think he would significantly improve our starting 11. Desirdu throws potential Spurs transfer hint with social media activity. Some Spurs fans have picked up on the fact that Desirdu has now liked a post about Tottenham's newest signing Archie Gray, and is also seemingly trying to improve his English. Tottenham have been linked with Desirdu. After having secured one of the best young English players in Gray, reports indicate that Tottenham are now turning their attention to one of the most highly rated young attackers in French football. The player in question is Desirdu, who enjoyed a breakthrough season in 2023-24, troubling defences with his ball-carrying ability, inventive play and pace. The attacking midfielder, who can also operate on either flank, is said to have emerged as a key target for Spurs, with Team Talk even claiming a couple of days ago that Tottenham have reached out to the 19-year-old's agent about a potential transfer. The report claimed that Rennes will not let the player leave on the cheap and are expected to demand around £50 million for the teenager. Desirdu's social media activity is interesting. Some eagle-eyed Spurs fans have now spotted that Desirdu has now liked Gray's recent post on Instagram and has also started to follow a page called Vocabulaire Anglais in an apparent bid to improve his English. It is quite possible that Archie Gray and Desirdu might have come up against one another while representing England and France respectively in youth football. I am thus not inclined to read too much into the 19-year-old's social media activity. 3 clubs want to sign versatile Tottenham attacker on loan. Football London's Alastair Gold has revealed that the interest in Jamie Donley's services is now growing, with 3 EFL sides ready to take the Tottenham Academy graduate on board ahead of the new season. Spurs are open to sending Jamie Donley on loan. Among the current crop of under-21 stars at Spurs, which many feel is the most talented bunch in a long time, Donley is arguably the prime jewel, with many seeing the 19-year-old as being the closest to establishing himself in the first team. That is demonstrated by the fact that Ange Postecoglou handed him 4 senior appearances last season, with the youngster also expected to be heavily involved during pre-season. Several outlets have indicated over the last few weeks that several EFL clubs have expressed an interest in signing the teenager, and that Tottenham are open-minded about loaning the youngster, with Oxford United said to be one of those clubs. 3 clubs interested in Jamie Donley. Gold has now revealed that apart from the newly promoted Championship side, 2 other clubs are also intent on securing Donley's services. The journalist says that Oxford are joined by recently relegated Luton Town, who are extremely keen on signing the Tottenham man. Meanwhile, League One outfit Birmingham City, who are now managed by former Tottenham senior assistant coach Chris Davies, are also said to be eyeing a loan move for Donley. I would not be surprised if Ange decided to keep Donley at the club for the first half of the season, so that he can get some minutes in the Europa League before loaning the teenager out to the EFL in January. If we can't bring people like Donley through the academy into the first team, then who can we bring through? He looks like a superb young talent. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!